Apparently, racism is a thing. It is a known fact that some non-Africans are usually racist to Africans, that they treat us anyhow, and of course it is wrong. A lot of awareness is created about it. It has gotten better over time. However, I would like to say that the reason why these non-Africans treat us Africans the way they do is because in some African countries, racism is being applied from one country to another. Is that not sad? It is really, really sad. And guess what? I had my first share of this experience in an African country. Like, I was devastated. Hello guys, and welcome to my channel. Before I get into today's topic, my name is Cheta. If this is the first time you're stopping by, I create content in Abuja, Nigeria. You are definitely welcome. Please do not make this your last time seeing my beautiful face by clicking the subscribe button down below and liking this video so that a lot more people get to see it and it enlightens a lot more people. Okay, to my returning guys, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your love. I really appreciate you guys. If not for you guys, we won't be here today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah guys, as you guys have already heard from my intro, today we were talking about my racism experience in an African country. I am African, by the way. I am Nigerian, and recently I made a trip to Zanzibar, Tanzania. And if you have not gotten caught up on all of the vlogs I have posted so far and all of the videos I have put out, please go and watch. I'll add a link up above, and yeah, I'll also add it in the description box below, so please go and get caught up. Now, before I delve into today's video, I'm going to point out that Tanzanians, Zanzibans, they are amazing people. And if you watched my previous video just before this one where I shared a lot of things about them, they are amazing people. I absolutely love them. However, I experienced this very terrible and demoralizing situation also in the same country, which just goes to show that sometimes it's not about the country, it's about the individual. Some people are just the way they are, and it is what it is. So now I got to Zanzibar, Tanzania, and before I got to Zanzibar, Tanzania, I planned to go skydiving. So of course I did my research. Where can I skydive in Zanzibar, Tanzania? And I saw this place. Now I don't know, I feel like I would like to call them out only because of one member of staff that was very rude and disrespectful towards me. Then again, it doesn't go to show that the entire organization is racist or whatever the case may be. I'm just trying to call out this particular lady. I don't know her name, I don't know anything about her, but yeah, she made it so sad and disrespectful, the entire situation. So yeah, I don't know whether to call them out, but yeah, apparently I might just call them out because I'm going to show you guys the entire process. Yeah, so like I was saying, I was going to skydive, and usually, you know, with skydiving, I checked in like a month beforehand, and I'm like, hey, I'm coming to skydive, what are the requirements? And they told me, okay, it's about 445 USD or 450 USD. I'll put the accurate price on the screen, but then you have to deposit 50 USD. You have to make sure that you are not more than 105 kg, and some other requirements basically. I saw that and I was excited for the trip, and I said, yeah, let me use this opportunity to skydive, right? So I deposited the money through my tour guide, and I got to Zanzibar, Tanzania. I was so excited. Okay, no, before I deposited the money, I told them I might likely be weighing 110 kilos. Hope that's not going to be a problem. And they said, well, that's going to be a problem. And I said, okay, what if I am within 107? So I might try to lose like 3 kilograms before I get there. They say, okay, fine, they can take me if I am able to some things. I'll put it on the screen. I think it has to do with being able to carry your body weight and all of that basically. So I was excited. I was like, okay, fine, I can try and drop at least 3 kilos before I go on this trip, so that I can do this thing that has always been on my bucket list, right? So then I went ahead and deposited the 50 USD that was supposed to be deposited before actually going for it, just to lock down the date. So after doing that, I locked down the space, and I was so excited. So I was trying to lose a ton of weight before the trip. and I was so anxious, so I wasn't really checking the kilo, but I was like, okay, definitely I'll be 107 kilos before I get there, right? So we got there, and on the day of the trip I was super excited. Let me just show you guys the clips that I even created with the hopes of having to skydive on that day. Yes, I am about to do something crazy. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If this is the first time you are seeing my face, my name is Cheta and I create content in Abuja, Nigeria, or will I say in Zanzibar, Tanzania right now. Have you caught up on my series? Why? I have a full-blown series, so go back and catch up on all the previous videos before this one. But yeah, guys, welcome. Like I said, guys, today I am about to do something really crazy. I want to go and skydive. Guys, this is something that has been on my bucket list for a while now, and I was coming to Zanzibar and I researched and they said I can skydive, and of course I said, let me sign up for this. Now there is a lot of things you need to know. So there is a weight limit, and guys, I have been trying so hard to diet, but this past few days that I've been here living my life, go and watch the previous video if you've not been seeing how I've been living my life and enjoying myself. I don't know if I've gained some weight, so I'm really hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that I can actually go on this journey. So yeah guys, come along with me. That's the long and short of this. I am super scared, but I'm excited. I am nervous, but I'm excited, and I'm looking forward to it. So yeah guys, let's go. I'll carry you guys along everything I get up to today, up until you see me floating on the air. So yeah, let's go guys. So we drove down to Kendwa Rocks, and yeah, when we got there we parked up and then we headed straight into the park. Guys, it's time. I really don't know how to feel, but let's do this. I got into the park and then I could visibly see a signpost leading me up to their office. So we walked down straight to the office and yeah, started the entire process. So as soon as I got in, they played the video guide which they had already sent before to us to watch, and then I watched it again and I went for a bathroom break because I was really pressed. Guys, I'm nervous. I don't know, I'm here to pee. I'm nervous, but you guys, let's do this. I was given a paperwork to read and sign where I was to enter every single information of mine. So yeah, after filling out the form, the paperwork and all of that, they now said, okay, it's time for you to go weigh in, right? Now, mind you, when I got there, I met this Indian. There are two friends. An Indian, one is quite chubby, and I'm pretty sure that guy is over 105 kilos because I saw it on the list. There's a list where they write the kilos and people that are coming to skydive, so I'm pretty sure that guy is beyond 105 kilos. And the guy in question, he just finished skydiving. He was so excited, he was very happy. He was telling me, are you about to go? You're gonna have so much fun. Like, he was a vibe, a really chubby guy, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, that means there's hope for me here, right? So just before me there was a couple, a man and a woman. Now this man is also chubby, he's also fat, by the way. His wife is skinny. They were both diving together. I think he was about 109.6 kilo, right, because I saw it on the list. And he he just went, like he just drove off to go to the airport so that they can take off and land, right? So when I was there, I weighed in, and I think I weighed in at 110 kilo. That's like a few kilos more than this guy. But this man in question, he's not an African, he's like an American guy. Basically, he's an American guy, he and his wife. So when I weighed in, I was 110 kilo, and immediately I weighed in, I sat down, I was like, okay. They're like, okay, you're beyond our limit. I'm like, okay, cool, but that guy is also beyond our limit, but he's just flying now. And they're like, well, we'll have to confirm and check in with our controller to see if the wind blah 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 can take you and what's not. And that was how they started. Now this same man that I told you that is like almost the same kilo weight as I was, he took off with his wife while they had not even landed. He said then one lady, she was super rude. She just walked up to me and she's like, oh sorry, we can't carry you, your weight, giving so many things. And I'm like, but I just saw a guy that was like pretty much almost the same weight as I was, just going like, sorry, we can't help you, I've communicated with the controller, he said we can't do anything to you. She was so rude, so rude. But I was like, okay, fine, let the controller or let the owner of the place calm down and let me see if I can talk to him, and let's see if anything can come out of it. So he flew down this couple and came, and he was like, hey, how are you? He was really friendly. He was a lot friendlier than that lady. And he was like, so sorry, the wind currently is not so great, we can't take you. But I'm like, that man, you guys just took him. Is it not the same wind that does the wind change? Did the wind change? He's like, oh well, because of your weight, blah 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 blah. He said so many things, and I'm like, wow, really? Now my anger here is not even the fact that they turned me down. Apparently they turned down that guy because they kept telling me our limit is 105, but you allowed this man that is 109.6 kilos to go. So what are you saying? And then you also allowed another Indian guy and his friend that was like pretty much over 105 to go. So why was it's my own case that was different? Is it my skin color? It was really frustrating to me because honestly I wasn't understanding what was going on, right? So I really got confused, and I kept asking the chief controller that I really do not get it. But the thing is, he was trying to be very polite. That's the difference between an owner of a business and someone who just works, because that other lady was extremely rude. So he told me that, oh well, that let them check in with the weather, that I should just go into, because we're at Kendwa Rocks, that I should just go into Kendwa Rocks, do other activities. That was there. I wanted to kayak and jet ski. I went and did all of that and then came back, and I'm like, what's up? Is the wind better now? And they're like, oh sorry, it's not better. Well, what will happen is give your contact to this lady, the same lady that was rude to me will contact you on Sunday if the wind is better. I'm like, how do you know that the wind will be better on Sunday? Because that day was a Friday. So I was thinking, oh, by tomorrow or what. So basically what I thought in my mind was that they were fully booked on Saturday, and Sunday was the only day where they could even revisit my case. So on Sunday, if the wind is better, right? Yeah, I was very sad and frustrated because this was something on my bucket list I was really excited to go and do. So yeah, I went over to that lady, gave her my number. I was really sad. And then I think we left the park, right? And okay, they mentioned that, oh, we'll give you your refund, but since you didn't pay directly, we'll give it to your tour guide to pay you back, right? Yeah, so I left, and then on that the next day, I got a message from the lady saying, oh sorry, we've checked and the wind won't be better tomorrow, so we won't be able to have you. Immediately I just said, there's something fishy in all of this. You allowed this man that was practically, maybe I was just like 0.4 kilos more than him, to go because he was two with his wife. Maybe you didn't want to lose double the money, right? And then he was also an American. You let another what's it called, two Indians too, because they were two and you didn't want to lose the money. And yeah, but then it got to my turn and you're telling me, like, I smell racism in all of these things and all of that. So I told them how I felt. Like, I really felt like it had to do with, like, there's no way you would tell me that this thing was just there's something more that I do not know about, and plus your rude employee and all of that. But anyways, it's good riddance, I'm fine. Then he now said, okay, this is the chief. I think she now later gave the phone to the chief controller. Oh hi, this is the chief controller, we're sorry, this has nothing to do with racism. But he tried to explain himself, however, try and understand, we don't want to hurt you and all of that. I'm like, but you practically carried somebody just before me. Yeah, anyways, after that I felt really bad. I felt really stressed out. I felt like if I'm spending 450 USD worth for my money, at least I should be treated properly and not anyhow. But then again, you can't control the way people react. I felt really downcasted. It really hurt me. It almost ruined my trip at a point. But then I told myself, whatever it is, what it is, okay? And yeah, I let it go. As at this current state, I feel like if I'm giving someone $450 USD of my money, then it should be worth it. It should be people that really, really value me and are interested in myself and all of that, basically. So yeah, that's about that. I also wanted to mention that I traveled like maybe say over a month ago, and I am still yet to get a refund from them. Yeah, which is what I'm still waiting for, the refund. I don't know if it's ever going to come. I don't know their plans. I don't know whatever it is, but they're still holding hostage of my money. Yeah. Now, aside this, even when I was in Tanzania, if I'm going on tours with like Americans or white people, I notice that tour guides tend to give them more of a preferential treatment. I don't know why, but I actually noticed it a number of times, which made no sense to me, honestly, because at the end of the day, we are both paying the same amount, we are both doing the same activities, they are not any better than myself and all of that, basically. So like, it wasn't making sense to me. But yeah, I just had to mention that in all of this, which goes to show what I said again. They only treat us the way they treat us because we treat ourselves the way they treat us at the end of the day. Now, I'll end this video by saying we Africans are our problems. We can only treat ourselves the way we want them to treat us, and then they were related. The earlier we accept that we are Africans and we treat ourselves the way we want them to treat us, the better for all of us, okay? Like I said, it tried to dampen my spirit, but then I kept pushing through, and I absolutely enjoyed my trip. It was amazing. If you have not watched it again, go and watch it. It will be linked up above, okay? The entire vlog and everything I did throughout the trip. And yeah, again, just to reiterate, Zanzibarians, Tanzanians are amazing people, and this has nothing to do with them. It's just that there are some selected few people that are very, very, very terrible, and maybe I just encountered one of them. I don't know if I mentioned, but the lady in question that was very rude to me, she's an American. I don't know if I mentioned that fact, but yeah, I think that's a very, very key information. She's an American, and maybe I don't know. But anyways, guys, I still have this on my bucket list, and I would definitely plan and go do it in a country that is more accepting of who I am, that understands the value of my money, accepts me, and is willing to like make me enjoy this activity in their country without all this hassle, okay? And yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below if you've experienced any form of racism, maybe from Africans, non-Africans. Share your stories in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like this video so that I can reach more people and enlighten a lot more people. Share it with your friends as well, and yeah, turn on your post notifications so that you get notified whenever I post a new video, because I have another video coming up with regards to my experience in Zanzibar. And yeah, finally, subscribe if you have not, okay? And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.